Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Saturday. It is the 22nd of January 2022. Gonna look at the 7th race from the Big A, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the 7th race, which is a very good race. It is the Jazil Stakes. It's going for a purse of $100,000, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 7 horses going to the main track, the distance of ground of 1,800 meters, if you want to go by that, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/8 on the Aqueduct main track. 1,800 meters, a mile 1/8 here in the Jazil. Show the diagram. Just gives me a second to look down my notes. Just bear with me. But my top selection here, I love the 2-horse First Constitution. We'll go 2-5-4-7 in the superfecta, 2-5-4-7 super. Top selection, the 2-horse First Constitution. 5-year-old horse by Constitution. Top Fletcher trains. Jose Lascano gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 20th of November at Aqueduct, 1 mile in the optional 80 claimer, and the horse finished second by 3/4 of length. He was drawn a little bit wide, was wide throughout, and he just never could get in front of Empty Tomb, who really ran a terrific race that day. Came home with the 98 buyer, came back a few weeks later, place in the Queens County behind Forewarned. He just kind of hit the wall late, but he still ran his heart out. First Constitution that day, I thought, was just running a little bit too short of a trip. I think he's the kind of horse, as the distances get longer, he's going to get better. Mile 8 is good for him today, better than the mile last time out, but he's the kind of horse looking forward as the season goes on. I wouldn't surprise me if he ends up in like the Brooklyn or the Flat Out, the Birdstone, that Jockey Club American Grand Prix at Belmont and going a mile 5/8. I think he's going to be a horse you could keep an eye on for those marathon trips as the season goes on. But today, I think he's loaded for this race. Two back, he ran at Belmont 29th of October, mile 16th in optional 80, and he finished second by 6 3/4 lengths. The winner ran much the best that day. This horse didn't break that well, kind of stalked all the way around, but like I said, the winner was just much the best there. And then prior to that at Belmont, a mile 16th, 2nd of October in optional 80, the horse finished third by 3/4 length. Had a little bit of a trouble trip going around the turn. He got off a place that day, but he still could have showed something. And then his North America debut at Saratoga on a good main track, 5th of September, a mile and 1/8 in optional 80. He finished 9th by 44 lengths there. He completely hit the wall, and he just never, he needed the race there. He never really showed up. But he's been on the improve as of recently. His buyers are up to par to win against these horses. I think, today he could finally get that victory. At 5-2, let's use him. I think your second likeliest winner is the 5-horse here, Core Conviction. This 5-year-old given by American Pharaoh. Chad Brown trains. Jose Ortiz gets the mount. He only went to the races first time as a 4-year-old. That came 21st January last year at Gulfstream, 1 mile on the turf in the main specialway. He finished 4th by 3 lengths there, and he just never really showed up. Came back to run on the dirt in November here at Aqueduct, going 7 furlongs in main specialway, which he won by 5.5 lengths, and he basically won for fun. A very good race. Tried him then routing, or a 1-turn mile at Aqueduct, 1 mile in the allowance race, 82,000 in December, where he won by 3/4 length, basically his own way in the front end. I think with the longer chip today, that should suit him well. At 7-2, we'll also use him on the workup, on the ticket, and his workout pounds have been good also. But to recap my selections for the 7th from Aqueduct, it is the Jazil. Let's take the 2-horse First Constitution as top selection. We'll give kudos to the 5-horse Core Conviction, 2-5-4-7 super. Let's go 2-5 in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.